Thanksgiving, happy holidays. Today's Get Ready With Me is going to be a soft, warm rose gold halo eye. And of course, we're going to have an open-ended conversation about things that I think are pertinent, things that I feel like are important to talk about. Once again, stay tuned. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And again, happy holidays, happy Thanksgiving, and well wishes to everyone and their families. See you guys soon. Alright, you guys, know the deal. I'm going to use my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in 20 Sands, and I'm just going to put that over my eyes, blend it out, and we're going to set it with my Maybelline powder and light medium, the setting powder. Alright, you guys, I did my usual. I already primed my face with the products that I usually use. I used my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer, and then I set it with the Fit Me powder and light medium. I used my little triangle powder puff. Everything's nice and set, so we're ready for the eyeshadow. The eyeshadow palette that I am going to use today, I'm actually going to use my Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette, and I'm going to take a nice light transition color on my Morphe. This is the R37 brush. It's a nice fluffy blender brush. I'm going to take this color right here, and I'm going to just use this as a transition color. I'm going to blend this all across. I'm going to bring it to my inner and outer corner. And I'm using a very light hand with this. In the same way, I'm concentrating the color and kind of bringing it into the socket of my outer eye. I'm also going to bring this in as a transition color in my inner tear duct area. Repeat on the other eye. Make sure you're bringing that color also into the inner tear duct area, because again, this is a halo eye, so we're going to be adding a shade to deepen the inner corner and the outer corner. So you want to have a nice smooth transition within the inner and outer corner. All right, perfect. We got that color. So next I'm going to take my Wet n Wild brush, which is a more concentrated eyeshadow blender brush, and I'm going to start first with this color right here. And this is I'm gonna put it right there. This is a very pigmented color, so I'm going to start off with a little bit at a time, and I'm going to build up the intensity as we go on. So just a little bit, tap off the excess. I'm going to start with my outer corner. I'm going to stamp that color on and just begin to blend it in circles on my outer third of my eye. Then I'm going to do the same thing and take this color, start off with a little bit, and blend it on the inner corner of my eye. just to soften the edges, instead of swiping back and forth, I'm just going to dab the eyeshadow. Next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to pick up a little bit more of that color. I'm going to start to bring it into my crease, lightly building up the color to create that halo eye. Work with little bits at a time. There's no rush, and take your time to just blend, blend, blend. And by the time you're done, you should have the perfect little halo eye in the middle. Perfect. So next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a flat brush, and actually, no, not a flat brush. I'm gonna take this small blender brush color. And I'm gonna make sure there's no other eyeshadow on it. I'm gonna take a little bit of setting spray, some Mario Badescu orange and aloe spray, and I'm gonna take this pretty rose gold color right here, pick some of that up on the brush, and I'm gonna put that right in the middle of my eye where we left that space. And I like to concentrate the color right on the middle. And build it up all across the lid. Alright, so now that we have that first color applied, I'm actually going to go in with the same brush, but I'm going to knock off that color. And I'm going to use like a deeper rose gold color, which is this one right here. I'm going to pick that up, and I'm going to use that to soften the edges of this light rose gold color into those transition colors that we use. So just along the edges. Taking the time. And blend those colors into that transition area and into that rose gold color. And I love this small blender brush because it's very precise and it's good for blending those small corners and edges. Always take the time to look. Alright, I'm going to remove that color from the same brush. I'm going to go back in one more time with that original rose gold color, and I'm just going to deepen that color just to make sure it's nice and pigmented with the other colors and it's blending well. No soft lines. I mean, no harsh lines. You want soft lines. And don't be afraid to alternate between your two colors. Just make sure that you clean your brush in between, just to make sure everything is blended perfectly fine. And if you can see the shape that I'm blending these metallic-y colors in, I'm kind of, when I get towards my lash line, I'm bringing the color in, and as I go up towards my crease, I am widening that middle highlight color just to create more shape and depth for the eye. So now that I have that all nice and blended out, we're going to repeat the same thing on the other eye. I'll be right back, you guys. Alright, you guys, I'm back. I repeated the same process on the other eye, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a nice eyeliner, but I'm not gonna add any type of cat eye or wing. I feel like that'll take away from the nice pretty halo eye effect of the eyeshadow. I'm just gonna line my top lid with a little bit of eyeliner. The eyeliner that I'm going to use is actually this one right here. This is the Kiss 24-hour waterproof liquid liner. And it's in jet black, and I'm just gonna line my lids. And this line is probably gonna be about a medium thickness. So I'm gonna start just line all the way across my lid. Oop, hair in the way. All the way to my outer, and then stop. And then when I bring the liner in, I just stop right before my inner corner. And that's just going to give us a nice base for our eyelashes, and that's going to define the shape of the halo eye. So I'm going to repeat the same thing on the other eye. All right, perfect. So we're gonna get started with our open-ended conversation, of course. We're gonna get started into my face base. I already primed my face with the usual. I use my e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. What I noticed to get a softer base that doesn't look, you know, heavy or cakey in any way, I do not set it with powder anymore, but I give it a good chance to dry down and set. I usually let it sit on for like 5 to 10 minutes before I even put on my face base, and that's enough to just like lock in the places where I might get oily without the powder, because I noticed that when I add the powder, sometimes it's a little heavy looking under my under eye. So just make sure when you apply that, let it set down. I use my e.l.f. Power Grip Primer all over the rest of my face, and we're going to get into our foundation. The foundation that I'm going to use today, because I want to go for a very like glowy natural skin type look, I'm using the e.l.f. Halo Glow liquid filter, and this is in the color shade 5 medium tan, this right here. And I'm just going to apply this all over my face and get to blending. And I'm focusing this mostly on the outer parts of my face, just so we don't have too many layers of makeup with my concealer and the rest of my foundation. All right, perfect. And I noticed that this foundation in particular, this formula, it blends out better with a beauty blender. So I'm just going to wet my beauty blender with a little fresh water. And I'm going to get to blending. But today's topic, I journaled it down last night while I was prepping my Thanksgiving. I was sitting here. I was halfway journaling, halfway peeling, skinning, and chopping up some yums. Is the ways that I changed my mindset overall to align with my goals, my dreams, my aspirations, etc., etc. And we're just going to start blending this out with our beauty blender. But I took a self-inventory just so I can have a thorough like journal that I wrote down. I asked myself, what healthy habits and routines can I enact to become more diligent towards my goals? So if you want to take the same step as me, first you gotta sit down and you gotta ask yourself that question. The first thing I basically took a self-inventory on, and I realized that I enacted more positive habits. And by forming those habits, to elaborate on how I form those habits, when you form a habit that is positive, you want it to be a statement with action rather than having it be a statement that is just like a statement, like an action sentence. So for an example, I wrote down, I will practice my makeup at least once a week versus I will practice my makeup more. The second one, the latter is a statement. I will practice my makeup more. You're not really defining how many times you plan to practice your makeup, how many times you plan to, perfect your craft or anything like that. You're just stating, okay, I want to practice my makeup more. The key to creating positive habits and positive goals and stuff like that is to basically make that same statement into an action. So you got to be more thorough, thoughtful, and succinct with it. The way that you do that is by, like what I just said, practice your makeup once a week. That is putting action to that statement, and it's setting a clear and concise goal rather than just, I don't want to say saying what you want to say, but just saying, just saying that you're going to practice your makeup more, because it's easier to hold yourself to something that's more clear cut than just something that is a just general statement. It's a positive statement, but it's a general statement. Just want to apply a little bit more of this. When you do your beauty blending, make sure that you're dabbing it into your face, like you're bouncing your beauty blender off your face. Do not swipe, because that is going to reduce the amount of coverage that you have with your foundation. Just to elaborate on that a little bit more. But other habits that I've set, again, through those action statements, is to just be more diligent with the things I set myself to. Like, again, going back to my little worksheet pages, I hope you guys like them. I hope that you guys use them. Writing down your goals day to day, week to week, month to month, long-term goals, positive affirmations. Making the goals that I set into action statements rather than making them into just statements has really helped me align myself with the actions, the attitude, and basically the perception that I have to have on the outside world to align myself with those goals. We're highlighting with our Maybelline Fit Me, of course. I'm just gonna do a little bit under the eye. Don't forget our face lifting technique like that. Other side. And up. Chin. All right, perfect. So while this draws down, get back into the conversation. One of the ways that I wrote out my long-term goals, putting them into action statements, and how I've been able to basically achieve those goals and work towards them, is that, for example, one of my like long-term goals has been to basically around my business, Sweet Peas Naturals. We love Sweet Peas Naturals. Is how like once a week in pertaining to my content creation and my brand, the content, the things that I create, instead of setting a goal saying that, okay, I'm going to make sure that I consistently post content that's relating to my brands, my social media pages, boosting my algorithm, boosting up how many people come and view my page, view my products. I made that into an action statement, and I made it more thorough and thoughtful in the sense that, okay, I am going to break down my content schedule into specific groups, in the sense that I always post one makeup reel that is 90 seconds that just shows you guys my quick little beats for my day-to-day, like errands, chores, whatever I got to do in the day. And I'm going to post one snapshot meal because we love cooking, chef's kiss. Wow. And actually this week we skipped snapshot meals, so I had to focus all my energy, just go off on a tangent. I had to focus all my energy on that Thanksgiving meal. Like I said, the yams, they so close to my heart. Yes, so good. But I had to focus on cooking for my family dinner, so I had decided to skip snapshot meals this week, but they're coming back next week. So one snapshot meal, one short 90-second makeup reel, and one get ready with me. And I have like a calendar in my phone, and I block off sections in the week which I give myself leeway time. I give myself grace. I don't hold myself to like a very specific schedule, but snapshot meals are always going to come out between like Tuesday and Wednesday. The 90-second makeup reels are always going to come out between Sunday and maybe Tuesday. And I give myself Wednesday to Saturday or Sunday to do my get ready with me's, because those take the most intention, those take the most thought. I have to take time to edit them, make sure I have my journaling page and stuff, and any type of content I want to share along with the video. So those take a little bit more time, so I give myself a little bit more time. So that's one of the ways I align myself towards my goals, to be a more consistent and thorough and thoughtful content creator, by making my goals into actions, making sure that you thoroughly and thoughtfully box and piece everything together in a way that fits you, that gives yourself grace, but it's also making yourself, talking yourself, pushing yourself into action to bring yourself to that point, to get to that point where you're like, okay, I'm a consistent content creator. I put out one video every week. Well, really 3, but one large video every week, 2 smaller ones. So that's how I got with that. Another way that I became more diligent towards my goals, healthy habits, again, giving yourself grace. I've said this before, and I'll say it again before I start blending out my concealer, because I think it's dried down enough, is don't let hustle culture hustle you out of having fun with achieving your goals. I believe that your goals should bring life and vivation to your life. It shouldn't be something where you get up out of the bed and you're like, okay, I gotta do this today. So make sure that you take time to meditate, balance yourself, ground yourself, take a day off if you need to. That's why I give myself at least 2 days for my shorter videos and maybe 3 to 4 days for my longer videos, in case there is a day that I might wake up and say, okay, I really don't feel like doing this today, or I might have something in my just normal day-to-day life that I need to do, or I just need to take a time to like meditate, take a nap, do something that's peaceful, that's self-care for just me personally. So again, don't ever forget to give yourself grace, and we're going to blend out this concealer. once that concealer is blended out, so I don't give it any chance to crease or settle anywhere where it's not supposed to go, I'm gonna go back in with my powder poof, 2 fingers, and I'm gonna go in my light medium setting powder from Maybelline, and I'm going to set that same concealer. Perfect. Repeat on the other eye. And you know something? While I'm setting my powder, I just realized this is a little bit of a tangent. I'm gonna leave you guys a written recipe for how I make my candied yams, because I love candy yams. You know, the yam and the macaroni and cheese has to be a given at Thanksgiving meals. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave you guys a written recipe. I didn't film myself making it because literally I woke up early this morning to make sure everything was prepped and ready. I was skinning and peeling yams at like 5 in the morning. So I didn't really film because I was tired. I was in my pajamas just like vibing, doing Thanksgiving things and vibing in the kitchen. So I will leave you guys a written recipe after I post this video on how I make my yams, so you guys can experience how I make my yams. Alright, blend my chin. We'll get back into the conversation in a second. And we always let that nose concealer dry down the most, so I'm not gonna blend that out yet, but I'm gonna blend my forehead concealer. Perfect. So to get back into our open-ended conversation while I'm speaking, just speaking on the things that help me achieve my goals. Again, Juvia's Place bronzing powder. This is in the color tan. It's very important. Again, I said meditating, give yourself peace and stuff like that. But even, again, because I'm a very like goal conscious, goal oriented person, even in like my meditation, even in my days, there's always a little file folder, I like to say, on the side of my head that's like kind of running and cycling through everything, basically like thinking of new ideas. Like, never be afraid to let, especially when it comes to your goals, your dreams, your aspirations, let, I don't want to, well, guess it's really your imagination, but let your creativity run wild, you know? Don't, I am not the type of person to put, even though I schedule out like smaller things that habits and things like that, into like very thoughtful and succinct like categories, time slots, spaces. As far as the things that you want to do with your life and the things that you want to achieve, I'm always the person that's going to say, let your creativity and your wildest dreams and your imagination run wild. We only have one life to live, so I believe that you should go for achieving whatever you want to achieve. So don't let anybody around you, don't let any of society's like weird expectations or what you might think as a person fits for you, don't let any type of small, I don't want to say small minded, but don't let any type of like societal expectation like shape your goals. You should live while we're all a part of society. We all live together on this big blue green space marble. Let yourself define yourself, who you are, what you choose to be, who you want to be, and let that be the starting point for manifesting your goals, what you want to do. Because when I decided, okay, I want to be a content creator, it was actually, what was I in? I think I was in my like sophomore or junior year of college. And while what I was studying, which is journalism, I felt as if I was being pushed into this box of like print and media journalism. And even though I saw that as like a lucrative career, I see it as, well, I don't want to say I saw it as, I still see it as a lucrative career. I knew deep down in my heart of hearts, it's not what I wanted to do. I was more aligned with like blogging, vlogging, content creation, social media. My minor was in public relations, I believe. Yeah, I believe my minor was in public relations. So I was more set on things such as like, again, like content creation, how to engage audiences, writing things that, it's called pyramid writing in journalism. You put the most, like, I want to say general, but the most parts of your writing that is more likely to be known by like for like common knowledge or just a given, you put that at the beginning of your writing piece, and at the bottom you write the most pertinent and like important information. And that kind of like, I don't want to say it tricks, it kind of trains the reader to read through your entire piece and absorb all the information, because they're constantly going to be looking for that piece, that key piece, the top of the pyramid at the end of your writing. Things like that have always interested me. Like, I've always been the type of person that watched all the YouTubers, beauty vloggers, things and stuff like that. So I was just like, I believe and I know the type of person that I am, there's a space in that world for me. So basically what I would do is I would take the keys and the tips that I learned in school, and just off teaching myself things related to my major from school, like on my own free time, I would take, oh, I'm cutting my concealer, just go off on a tangent, using my powder puff. I'm using the medium deep just to carve out my contour before I go in and add some bronzer. But I basically would use everything that I learned to build my platform, and I honestly think it really helped me basically it basically helped me get a grip on exactly how I plan to build my brand. I still use the same things that I learned today. It basically taught me how to build myself, build my brand, build my image, who I wanted to be, career goals, everything like that. So make sure, especially with what you're studying, whether it's self-taught or you are in an institution or schooling like that, even if it's not directly aligned with what you want to do, make sure that you're taking in the information thoroughly, so that if you do come across something that will align with what you really want to do, it'll help that. And again, journalism has a lot, studying it has a lot of key and influential and good information that will help you become a content creator, beauty vlogger, influencer, all of those things. Studying communications, that whole liberal arts field will always help you. But now that I have everything, this is it's a nice glowy beat. It's a nice, you know, it's the, once again, Halo Glow Beauty Filter by e.l.f. I am going to use my bronzer, the Anastasia bronzer. This is the Glow Kit in Sun Dips, and I'm going to use the bronze color, of course. I'm just going to use this to bronze up my face and add a little bit more color. And I bring my bronzer, I don't bring it all the way down to where I brought my contour. I maybe start like a third of the way, like right here. And make sure you're using that face lifting technique to add some shape to your face. Perfect. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take this beauty blender. Again, I've had it before, I didn't know what this was. Blend my nose contour. We always start in the middle. Blend it out. And then the sides. Making sure that you're dabbing the product in, you're not swiping the beauty blender, because that could make the makeup on your nose either crease or slide around, and you don't want that. Then I'm actually going to take, I do still use my little tiny powder brush. I actually use it for my nose contour, just to be precise with the powder. Perfect. Just add a little bit more. All right, and then the next thing I'm gonna do, I'll be right back, you guys. I gotta organize my makeup things. Another habit that I set, I sometimes when I do my makeup, I tear up my little beauty vanity. I have this palette, they're all everywhere. One of the habits that I set for myself that's like more thorough, and it helps me get through makeup videos more in a streamlined process, clean up as I go. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna clean up as I go. All right, everything is clean. So I'm gonna go back into my nose contour. I'm gonna take this brush right here. I have lost track of that tiny brush I use for my nose contour. I'll find it eventually. I'm going to take this fluffy, like wide blending brush, and I'm going to take a little bit of that contour powder. I'm just going to begin to blend my nose contour in. And I bring this all the way up to my eyebrow. All the way down the bridge of my nose. Or the sides of my nose. It's not the bridge of my nose, but the sides of the bridge of my nose. All right, and then to just soften everything up, take my beauty blender and whatever powder is left on my nose and use that to soften up any harsh lines with the rest of my nose contour. And that just allows everything to blend seamlessly into the face. Next thing I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna cover my eyes to make sure I don't crease any of my eyeshadow, and just set my foundation with a little setting spray. That's the Mario Badescu setting water facial setting mist in orange, aloe, and sage. So we're just gonna dry our face. And I didn't use a lot of powder under my eyes to bake, so I didn't really have to like wipe away any of the excess products. Once that's dry, I like to take, because this is still whatever is left on my foundation on my beauty blender, I just like to use that to blend everything with my face and my contour, blend the edges of it just to make sure everything is nice and soft and everything is blended. Work to the other side and just use this to blend, and make sure that you're dabbing into your face. You are not swiping across your face. I had to think about that. That's just gonna give everything a nice soft blend together. I always like to blend out my chin contour. Make sure you blend out under eyes. Perfect. So the next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go back and work on my eyes. I already added my liner. I didn't add a cat eye or anything like that, just to define my upper lids. I'm trying to think of which lashes I'm gonna use. I'm actually going to use these. These are half cat eyelashes. So again, I like to bend so I don't tear the bands off of the lashes. Pull off a pair of these. And then what I need to do, oh actually this pair doesn't have, sometimes the way the lashes are made, they have like a little extra band that sticks off the side, but this pair actually does not. So I'm just gonna rest those on my little towel I have on my thigh, and I'm going to find my lash glue. This is the duo glue and clear duo glue adhesive, the usual. Apply a little lash glue to the bands. Ooh, I just got a whole bunch of lash glue on my finger. Hold on. Hold on. All right, perfect. This is my right eyelash, so I'm just gonna let that dry for a little bit, and I'm actually going to apply a light coat of mascara. This is the Maybelline Lash Sensational Sky High Mascara in Waterproof Black, and just a light coat on my lashes. Perfect. Then I'm going to take my tweezers, and my lashes should be, yep, they're starting to get clear around the edges. That's how you know your glue is nice and tacky. Get some nice tweezers and apply your lash to your outer corner. And make sure that you get that lash line. That lash band as close as you possibly can to your lash line. Nice subtle volumes. The eyeshadow is the key factor in this. I don't want to put too much lash, too much eyeliner or anything like that to take away from that halo eye effects. And then I'm just going to go back in with a little bit more mascara. I'm focusing this on the inner corner just to define my lashes that don't have a half lash over them, and make sure that they're all cohesive with the half lash. Alright, perfect. So I'm going to repeat this process on the other eye, and we'll be right back. Alright, you guys, I repeated the same thing with this lash on this lash, add a little mascara on that inner corner just to make sure everything is nice and cohesive, everything is blended, and we'll get into the second part of how I align myself with my goals, my dreams, my aspirations, all of that. So the next thing that I want to do is I of course want to add some bottom eyeshadow. So what I'm going to use is, I'm looking for the brush, hold on, my little jar of brushes. I'm gonna use this like flat blending fluffy brush. Make sure there's no other eyeshadow on it. Use my little brush cleaner. Make sure you clean your brush cleaner, and use my little brush cleaner just to make sure you get a nice even pigment. And what I'm gonna do is, first, actually before I go with the eyeshadow, I'm going to take my black gel eyeliner. This is the LA Colors Auto Eyeliner in the color Darkness. And I'm going to tightline my upper lashes. So bring this below my lashes on the top. Tightline my bottom. And bring that right to where my lashes stop on my lower lash line. And then we're going to get into the eyeshadow. I'm going to go back into my Jaclyn Hill palette. I'm going to take that warm color right here, a little bit of that on the brush, and I'm going to start with my outer corner, blend that color, kind of blending it into the eyeliner, keeping it close to the eyeliner. Make sure you connect your eyeshadow with the top lid. And I do that on the outer third of my lash. Take a little bit more, and then on the inner third, basically in line with that halo eye effect we created. Just gonna blend that color in, and then I'm gonna take that same small fluffy blending brush that is right here, and I'm going to take that light rose gold pinky color. Such a pretty color. Take some of that on that brush, and it's kind of angled, so I'm going to use the point of the brush to just merge those two lines together and softly blend in that rose gold color. Perfect. So I'm gonna apply a little bit of mascara. A light coat to my bottom lashes. And I'm gonna go back in with my tight liner one more time because I feel like a little bit of it got washed out when I blended in. Perfect. If you ever get a little bit of mascara on your under eyes, I'm just going to lightly tap it off with a little bit more eyeshadow. And I'm going to take a little bit of that just to make sure none of it really mess with our bottom eyeshadow. Don't ever be afraid to take your mirror and get up close. Inspect your eye look. Okay, I'm happy with this. Repeat the same process on your other eye, and I'll be right back. Alright, you guys, I'm back. I repeated the same process on this side that I did to this side. And just to get back into my conversation, another thing that I do is make sure that you maintain a positive, healthy mindset. Make sure you got your hater blockers on always. Don't let anyone, anything, any outside negative influence, whether that be person, place, or thing, don't let the person, place, thing, situation deter you from your goals. Make sure that you keep yourself aligned on a nice straight and narrow path to the things that you want out of life. Speak life into yourself. I'll always say it before, said it again. I am a firm believer in positive affirmations. Speak life into yourself. Speak life into your goals, your dreams, your aspirations. Like literally, when I do these makeup looks, when I practice them, my bigger mirror that's behind me, I'll literally be like literally pointing myself like, girl, you did that. So make sure that you're giving yourself that pep talk, that boost, that nice, good job, just so that, again, you're speaking intention and positivity into your life to just give you that extra push to go towards the things that you want. So I am going to go into my highlighter. Actually, I'm going to go into my blush first. I'm going to take the Halo Glow Beauty Wand, and this is in the color Rose You Slay. It's a nice rose gold pinky blush color. I'm going to take a little bit of this, high points of my cheeks. I like to blend it all the way up around near my brow bone, the tops of my brow bones. Take a nice fluffy blending brush, blend that blush. And I like this product because it is super blendable. So I'm just gonna blend this until it's to my liking. Add a little bit more. I'm always a blush galley, so I love blush. I'm gonna add a little bit more and just blend this into the face in like a half moon shape. I like bringing my blush into my temples as well. Adds a nice healthy amount of color to the face. And then whatever's left on the brush, I just like to go and add a little bit of color to my nose. Alright, perfect. And then the highlighter I'm going to use, I am going to take this fan brush right here. And for highlighter, I'm actually going to use, I want to keep up with that soft, like pinky tone to everything, rose gold. I'm going to take the Anastasia highlighter. I'm going to take it in tourmaline right here. It's right under bronze. Has like a soft pink to it. Take a little bit of this on my fan brush. And highlight my face. Don't forget your brow bones, temples, brow bones, high points of your cheek. Take a little bit on my finger. do a little exfoliation point on the tips of my nose. Oh, one more thing I wanted to talk about. Again, keeping yourself positive towards your goals, aligning yourself towards your goals. Be nice to yourself, especially in today's times, the times that we live in. I feel like we're almost, in a way, through the things that we consume, whether it's media, the outside world, we can kind of become conditioned in a way to be very harsh, very hard on ourselves. And it's not to say that you should be like somewhat rigid towards applying yourself towards your goals. You should be. Don't be mean to yourself. Just be nice to yourself. Like I said, speak positive intentions into your life. Don't hold yourself to anybody else. Always said this for like the longest time. Comparison is the thief of joy. Do not compare yourself to any other person, place, thing. Allow yourself to be inspired is good. I mean, that's kind of the point of like beauty blogging, inspo, things like that, inspiration, try new things and stuff like that. Don't directly compare yourself to any other person, place, or thing. Comparison is the thief of joy. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to get into my lips. I'm going to use the LA Colors lip liner. This is in the color C68901. This is a nice bronzy color. Oh, I was like, where is my little mirror? Line my lips. And wow, I apply my lip color just to bring this whole video into a call to action, just a general statement for everything. Believe in yourself, set positive, thorough, thoughtful, succinct habits and actions towards your goals. This is the NYX Butter Gloss in the color Madeline. I'm gonna apply this on my lips. And then I'm going to apply this like peachy rose gold gloss from Dollar Tree. The color, I mean, the brand, a lot of my lip glosses, they are very good quality from Dollar Tree, but like the packaging, the like label rubs off, so I can never really tell you guys. The sticker on the bottom will tell me the color, but the tube will be completely blank from them going in and out of my purse just to keep my lips nice and fresh and popping, you know. But just always keep yourself cool, calm, collected. Like I said, set positive, intentional habits towards your goals. Make sure you're setting them with intentions. Make sure they're action statements. They're not just general statements. Make sure that you give yourself grace, give yourself time to relax. Don't let hustle culture hustle you out of having fun with what you do, what you're working towards, what you want to achieve. Just have fun with it. Let your imagination, let your wildest dreams, your potential that you see in yourself, because we should always see potential in ourselves, let that be the basis for you setting your goals. I'm the type of person, people always say like sky's the limit. There is no limit. Just keep on going towards the moon, the stars, the universe. Whatever you want, if you put your mind to it, is achievable in this lifetime. I'm a firm believer in that. So just make sure you're setting nice, positive, healthy habits towards those things. Maintain a healthy and positive mindset. Hater blockers, always. Make sure that you don't let a person, place, thing, situation talk you or sway you out of your goals, what you want in life, or anything like that. It's always what you want to do. You have one life to live, so you need to live that life doing exactly what you want to do, exactly what you set out to do in this lifetime. Make sure that you are basically just living your life exactly how you intend to live it and how you want to live it. But we're just taking our curls out, brushing down any flyaways or anything. We love a good heatless curl. I'm gonna take the time to just take my fingers and just, I love nice fluffy hair with like a lot of volume, so I love to just take and finger comb these out. I always tuck my hair right behind my ear, so and that's the look, you guys. A nice soft rose gold halo eye, pretty perfect. Nice Thanksgiving. If you got somewhere to go, make sure you watch this. Anywhere for the holidays, get your face together, nice and glowy, nice and pretty beat. So again, just make sure you live your life exactly how you intended. Be happy, be thorough, be thoughtful, and succinct. And once again, you guys, my name is Maya Marie. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. They come out from Wednesday to Saturday, Sunday every week. That's my goal. That's my habit that I set for myself, to be intentional. I will see you guys again next week. Once again, happy holidays, happy Thanksgiving, happy fall, y'all, and I'll see you guys soon. Well wishes to everyone, well wishes to everyone's family. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys again later. Bye. Bye. Do 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 do